To Westbrook. Trying to cash in. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Westbrook. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Livingston to Durant. To Sean Livingston. Durant. Can't go down. Smothering defense. OKC ball. Gets off a three at the buzzer, and it's no good as time's run out here in the first quarter. 1 quarter down in this deciding Game 7. Jay and I return in a moment. This is the Western Conference Finals on EA Sports. One quarter down, and Jay, you know both coaches wanted to see more stops on the defensive end, but was that fun to watch or what?
I don't know if I'm watching an all-star game or a regular season game, because I'm telling you right now, Ed, if it was the regular season, which it is, by the way, you probably want to see some teams play some defense.
Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. It's Golden State basketball. To Thompson. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and that's rebounded by Noel. Westbrook with the basketball. Up by 3. It's Westbrook. Not today. Livingston to bring it up. Down 3. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Nothing going here on that drive. Westbrook. To George. OKC now with 4 to shoot. To Westbrook. And count the basket. The inner beast of Westbrook. Sheer determination.
I don't think anybody got the license plate on that hit and run. And there is no one, I repeat, no one in the game of basketball with the first step in the explosion of Russell Westbrook.
Livingston. Down low Green. Missed that one. The defender was all over him.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second.
Slam dunk, Russell Westbrook. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. Oh, blocked by Green.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Thompson. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
George to Westbrook. To Adams, working it outside. Paul George. Flushes it home.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To Durant. Here comes the screen. Durant. And the rebound corralled by Westbrook. Thunder with the basketball. Westbrook. To Paul George. To Westbrook. Just off the mark.
You know, Ed, so many players think the only way they can get big money is on the offensive end, but this is a game about roles. If your role is to be a defender, get your money on that end, please.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. To Durant. Shot from the lane won't go.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Westbrook can't connect. Defense did its job that time.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's the player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
Thompson. The shot turned away by Robertson.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Westbrook to George from long range. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Here's Curry with it up top. Lead is 2. Westbrook. George. That's the shooter's mentality. Stays with it after the miss. He's endured a major injury. He's had a change of address. But you look at Paul George, he is in the prime years of his career.
And there's no doubt about it. This entire offseason, if I were Paul George, I would think about how do I constantly channel my self-assigned alter ego. Playoff P needs to step up to the court every single day and bring that energy.
Westbrook scores from the post.
I tell you, he's so special, Ed. He makes the game look easy.
A lot of hard work to make it look easy. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Westbrook to Paul George. Screen coming. Oh, he had him there for a second. George to Westbrook. 5 to shoot. Nice swat that time. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. New blood coming in for both sides. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First try, no good. Misses the second as well. Curry into the front court. His guys should be able to get the final shot. And splash. Klay Thompson, quick catch and shoot there for 3.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
He'll put it up at the buzzer. We are at halftime in Game 7. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando as we go from Jay to Jalen. It's Jalen Rose with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Warriors are feeling comfortable at the halfway mark. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Golden State Warriors. The Thunder would rather be on the opposite end of the scoreboard. Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments. Have a look at the leading scores for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
First half stats. Player of the half.
Kevin Durant has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome. These are the top plays from the opening half. Fellas, back to you.
Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Possession lies with Golden State. Curry to Durant. Can't connect.
Cultures have communication. Great cultures have teammates that are willing to push you to limits that maybe you didn't even see that you had. But right now, there's no leader on this team. Everybody's just going their separate ways.
Curry to bring it up. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Durant, and knocks it down. Jay, the defender, tough to gamble that time beyond the arc. Have we ever seen anyone like KD?
Easy answer, no. He's the greatest offensive threat we've ever seen in the game. He has a 7'5" wingspan, and he's doing things that Russell Westbrook does with the ball. We've never seen it before.
Westbrook to George. Has a chance. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error. It's Thompson. To Curry. Lets it fly from long range. No good. Westbrook with it. The deficit is 6. To Paul George. Inside, he scores.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Westbrook into the front court. Down 6. Westbrook. Fires the 3. Westbrook bothered just enough on that one. Curry into the front court. Up 6. They work it down to Cousins. The shot turned away by Adams.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Paul George to Westbrook. Curling inside to George. Just not going down.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
To Paul George. Screen coming. George. Shot clock winding down. George. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free 2.
First free throw is good. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Warriors have the basketball. Knocks it down from mid-range.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Paul George to Westbrook. Oh, had him going there for a second. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake. We've seen Paul George's game evolve in recent years. Mixed results, Jay. How does he get back to being that elite two-way guy?
I think he needs to find a way to be aggressive. Let me bring you in and tell you what he dealt with this past year. When you're a guy who's used to having the ball in your hands, you can make more mistakes because you have more possessions. Then all of a sudden, when you play with a ball-dominant guard like Russell Westbrook, you don't have the ball as much, which means you try to make more out of less opportunity that you have. You force the action way more. Look for Paul George to be way more assertive in this game and find his rhythm by having the ball in his hands.
And they call it.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Billy Donovan making some moves at this point in the game. To Durant. Nice finish at the rim.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. It's back to a 5-point game. Golden State at the controls. Whoa, what a finish. He dared them to get in the way.
So many players try to get pretty with the game. They want to dance. They want to do all these tricks, maybe a God Shamdad. But sometimes you got to revert back to the old school style of the way we play the game. Just put your head down and stop me if you can.
And he stepped out of bounds, turns the ball over. George. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Substitution being made in this one. And he can't convert the free throw. Westbrook into the front court. His guys down by 9. Westbrook to George. And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big-time play.
Knocks down the first. 2 for 2 on that trip. Warriors basketball to Durant. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. For 3, it's no good. Shot's not going down. Livingston across the timeline. Shot clock turned off as they try to extend the lead. Durant. He engulfed him that time. Now a 3. At the buzzer. There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. The Warriors with the lead. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. The margin standing now at 7. Baseline drive. Westbrook. To Schroeder. Curling inside. The screen sets him up for 2.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Warriors have the basketball. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Russell Westbrook still gets it to go down with a hand in his face.
There it goes, and the fact of the matter is some players aren't taking that shot on a regular basis, but still have the confidence to make them when you need them to.
Green to Thompson. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Klay Thompson with the basketball. Here's a chance from long range, and Klay Thompson does what he does best. Hits the 3.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Down low, George. The pass set it all up.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
Oh, it's blocked by Adams.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. Up by 3. Here comes the screen. Thompson. Can't get the bounce. Westbrook across the timeline. His guys down 3. George. It's Golden State basketball. Cousins to Curry. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Surveys the floor. Westbrook with the basketball. Down 3. Westbrook. Cleans the offensive glass to Paul George. Beyond the arc for 3. And Paul George good on the quick release there.
And I just hear my high school coach preaching this thing to me every single day, and it's still pertinent for the NBA. It's all about spacing. And when you have guys who are lethal three-point shooters and they understand spacing, oh, that whole floor opens up, and that's a thing of beauty to watch.
Curry. Smart tactics. Moves in for the higher percentage shot.
I tell you, he's so special, Ed. He makes the game look easy.
A lot of hard work to make it look easy. Westbrook. 4-3. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
First one goes down. It's the second. One more coming. Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. It's Klay Thompson with the rock. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Klay isn't usually a guy that goes to the bucket. He usually pulls up for threes, but that was a nice, easy lay-in right there.
Westbrook with it. His guys now trailing by a point. Westbrook to George. Now Adams down low. Stuffs it down with authority.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about
Durant across the timeline. His guys now down by a point. To Thompson. Going to launch beyond the arc. Misfires. It's no good. Westbrook into the front court. It leaves just a point. Westbrook to Paul George. Yes, it drops. A little drama on that one.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Critical free throw that time. 3-point play, and this game is all tied up. Oklahoma City's got it. Westbrook on a bad pass. Going to be taken away by the Warriors.
Neck and neck. They couldn't get anything on that possession. Let's see if we can get a bucket in transition.
And Steph, he can make that shot with his eyes closed. Wide open, knocks down the 3.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. Game's all tied in the final minute here in the 3rd. Here comes the screen. Thompson. Off the mark. No good. To George. Big slam. Oh, he looked like he was on a mission.
These are missed opportunities. When a guy puts his head down, the help defender closest to the ball, you need to get your hand and scrape inside there. If he has his head down, he can't see you coming from the blind side.
Here comes the screen. Curry to Durant. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's a dangerous spot. Kevin Durant wide open. He nails it.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Now a whistle. And we're going to get a timeout from OKC. They trail by 1. Who's it going to be as they get ready for the final shot? Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. The Thunder down to 4 on the shot clock. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just got to let them play, ref.
Misses the first. Knocks down the second free throw. Now the Warriors gonna call a timeout. Let's see what they come up with. Down a point here in the final minute. Corner 3 at the buzzer. It's the Warriors who get the victory as they win a close one by 2. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Warriors are the Western Conference champions. After a long, grueling season, they're now headed to the NBA. On behalf of